I'm so excited. I got this book about the Vikings from the library. I'm really excited. I have always been so interested in the Vikings, and I cannot wait to learn more about them. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Viking facts. This sounds good. The Vikings were famous for sailing huge distances from their home in Scandinavia between 800 and 1066 to raid and plunder, but they also traded with people from other countries. Raid and plunder, that doesn't sound very nice. That doesn't sound very respectful. I wonder what the people that got raided and plundered really thought about that. That doesn't seem like a very good attitude to me. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, around 500 years before Christopher Columbus discovered the American continent, Vikings had visited its shores, landing in what is now Canada. Wow, they went a really far way. That's so cool, a really, really long time ago. The Vikings were expert boat builders and sailors. They designed boats that were easy to steer and floated high in the water, so landing on beaches was easy. Wow, that's pretty neat. So, okay, wait a second. What I'm thinking is if they're building these boats and they're raiding and plundering, they're probably taking their boats to the places that they do that, so landing on beaches would be an important part of that. So that tells me that they were thinking things through in advance, but I'm not sure they were really thinking about the consequences of what they were doing. The next one says, the Vikings were eco-pioneers, sort of. The long houses where families lived would have turf roofs to keep in the heat. They put grass on their roofs. That's cool. I want grass on my roof. All right. Bitter Scandinavian winters and frozen fjords didn't stop the Vikings from tucking into their favorite food, fish. During warmer months, they would hang up and dry fish to eat later? I like fish, but I don't know about this drying thing. That doesn't sound so good. You know what? I wish I could meet a real Viking. And I would find out about these big feasts that I've heard they've had, and this drying fish thing, and I get to go somewhere! It's time for an adventure! Oh my goodness!
A family meal?
A family meal?
Yeah. Hey,
that's not how families eat.
I need that. Give that to me. Yeah.
I don't mean to be rude, but do you know that it's bad manners to sit on the table?
No.
And you're throwing stuff at each other.
It's efficient.
Efficient? I'm feeling like...
I don't know.
I feel like corn.
I'm feeling like we're not using much discretion.
Discretion?
Discretion is when we're thinking about things we do and words we say and how they might affect other people, and avoiding doing things that would cause problems or have negative consequences. So what do you think would happen if you guys weren't all yelling while you're having your meal together?
Well, we could hear each other.
You could hear each other. That's true. What do you think would happen if you weren't interrupting each other?
But we could understand each other.
You could understand each other, you're right. What do you think would happen if you weren't knocking over each other's cups?
We wouldn't have to go to the drive-thru.
You're right. You wouldn't be all wet. You're right. What do you think would happen if you thought these things through before you did them and behaved nicely with a good attitude, trying to help each other before any of the problems started? What do you think that would be like?
Might be really cheesy. Gotcha!
Well, I have to say that cheese looks better than what I imagine dry fish being like. All right, so now tell me about this raiding and plundering thing. When you guys, do you really do that? Do you really steal from other people?
Yeah.
Go and destroy their lives and then take all the valuables.
Plunder!
So, if you were using the character trait of discretion and thinking through your actions before you did them and how your attitudes would impact other people, would that maybe change the way you did that? Like, could you maybe trade with people instead of stealing from them and still get what you want?
That might be better for us, huh?
Yeah.
Instead of just taking it, then they're giving it, and we can share with them kind of the stuff that we know too, because we're pretty smart.
I think that sounds like a good plan. Ask them. That's great. But you want to ask them with a nice attitude, right?
Yeah.
Because if you say, gimme, that's not really asking,
Oh.
right? But we could say, could I please have, or would you like to trade with me with a good attitude, trying to make sure that both people get a win-win. Both people end up with something that works for them. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Yay!
So,
Great.
if I need something down there, and I'm using discretion, instead of just saying, hey, give me that, what do I have to say?
You could say, please pass me the,
Oh.
or may I please have some.
Cheese.
I think we've got enough of that. How about bread? Would you like some bread?
What do you say?
Please.
Ah,
Very nice.
there we go.
Did that seem to work out better?
Yes, it did.
Good. Yep, discretion makes things much more pleasant. It makes it easier to understand each other, easier to get along, and everybody stays a lot happier. Discretion and respect work together. They're like best friends. They're partners.
Like him and you.
That's right. Exactly. It has been so wonderful getting to meet you. I am so excited to finally meet some real live Vikings. I have always wanted to. This has been so great. Oh no! I wish I had more time with you, but I have to go. It's been so nice meeting you. Oh. Wow. Oh. That was so cool. I can't believe I got to meet some real Vikings, but man, they were not quite what I imagined. I mean, I knew about all the ships and all that, but I didn't really think about what bad manners would look like in a real situation, or what a lack of respect might look like in a family situation like that. So it was so great getting to see that that's not what I want to be like. That was fun to learn about, but I don't want to do that. I want to think about my words and my actions before I say them and before I do them, so that I have time to think about what might happen. So if I am being rude or disrespectful to somebody, or I'm using bad manners, I want to be able to think about how that might impact those people and that situation, so that I can make a different decision. And I want to make sure that I can think things through so that I have a good attitude, and that I'm not being rude, or I'm not bringing other people down, that I'm really bringing the best that I can to a situation. Man, this was a great day to think about discretion. I'm so glad that we got to have this time. I wonder what adventures your great character will take you on next time. All right.
Thank you, Mrs. Daniels. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. thank you to all of our Vikings, too. Thank you for all of you who are up there. Let's give a round of applause to our students and Mrs. Myers for being such amazing Vikings. You know what I love about time travel? I love the fact that we can learn so much from people in the past. I mean, I've never thought about talking to Vikings, but they must have had a really interesting life. Absolutely, they could use some discretion in what they do and choices that they made, as we all can, right? Isn't it amazing that what was true back then is still true today? That character trait serves us well today. That we have to use discretion in our decision making about our actions and about our behavior and about our attitude. And this is really a great time for me to really be talking to you about that, because it's February. Okay, I was going to say January, but it is the beginning of the new year, roughly. And usually these 3 months, January, February, March, are some of the toughest months here at school because it's cold out. We have more indoor recess days. Sometimes there are a lot of kids or staff members who get sick. So it's a hard time in our school year. And I'm going to ask you to exercise some discretion in terms of how you talk to one another, how you behave outside at recess, how you behave in the classroom. And I have been so impressed this year with your good manners, and I want to see you take that to the next level. Now we're going to say good manners. Really what undergirds our good manners is just a general respect for one another, right? We respect each other. We respect our teachers and parents. We respect this building. We take care of it because this is our school. And we want to show our respect by treating it properly, right? Right. So I'm going to be looking for that, but I'm going to ask you to up your game. So in addition to your pleases and thank yous and good mornings and eye contact and just general respect that you show one another and you show the teachers and staff here, I'm going to ask that you think about this with respect to how you behave when you're at recess, or when you're angry, or when maybe you're not feeling so great, maybe you've had a bad day. Sometimes our tendency is to want to lash out at other people. But we might need to use some discretion there and think about our actions before we take them. Does that make sense? Okay, will you do that for me, particularly in these next couple months when I know it can be really challenging? But if we all work together, meaning if each one of you says, I'm gonna work really hard at treating everybody with respect. I'm gonna use some good discretion here in terms of the words I choose, my actions. If everybody does that, guess what? We won't have many things to deal with, will we? Things will go really smoothly. And maybe for the first time in a long time, we're gonna have a great January, February, March period, all right? And then it'll be spring break. We'll come back. It'll be spring. We're all going to be happy and excited because we're getting into some good weather and looking forward to summer break. So see how fast it goes? We have 4 months of school left. That's it. You guys have been working hard, and the time has really flown. All right, well, I have a bunch of T-shirts to give out. I need a little table today. I have so many. Remember last month I said, gosh, there's just a few. Let's work on it. And you sure did. And thank you, teachers, for taking the time to recognize students. So we have a number of kids we're going to recognize today. So when I call your name, come on up. You can stand up here, and afterwards we are going to have some pictures, okay? So Brooks Anderson is being recognized for respect. Come on down, Brooks. Congratulations. Anaya Williams, come on down. Being recognized for respect as well. I love this one. We don't talk about it very often, but it's so important. Emily Herr is being recognized for forgiveness. Forgiving somebody maybe who has done something to hurt her. This next student is being recognized for helpfulness and friendship. And that is Lindsay Johnson. Congratulations to Lindsay. Well, here's a nice long one. For respect, patience, and honesty, Isaiah Hahn. Isaiah, come on down. Thank you. They're just slippery. Wow, I love all these for respect. Another student who's being recognized for respect is Maddie Alberti. Maddie Alberti. Come on down, Maddie. Oh, these are two great character traits too. I love this one. Generosity and compassion, both. Neil Anderson. Come on down, Neil. I think Neil should also be recognized for cheerfulness because every morning I see him and he greets me with a big smile and he just makes my day. There's several of you that do that all the time and I love your great attitude. Okay. Achuth Madabusi being recognized for respect. Achuth. Oh, I didn't sign one. Okay, I'll sign it. I have two. I think one was left over from last month for generosity and compassion, and also for compassion and being positive. The second one I got to sign. So Addison Quint, come on down. They must have been stuck together. She's absent. Oh, she's absent. Okay, she's not here. All right, here's a great one for enthusiasm. We need a lot of enthusiasm. And for kindness, Kaylin Hong. Come on down, Kaylin. Okay. Here is another student being recognized for generosity, and that's Faith Kyle. Where's Faith? Faith? There she is. There's Kaylin, and there's Faith coming down. All right, for ready to participate in obedience. These are great character traits too. Isabella Vidal. Come on down, Izzy. Thank you. Here's someone being recognized for the 3 R's. What are they? Respect, responsibility, and ready to participate. You got it. Wyatt Logan. Is Wyatt here today? Okay, he's not here. And then also for the 3 R's is Sawyer Miller. Sawyer. Yay, awesome. Congratulations. Okay, well, keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. You guys are doing such a good job this year. If we recognize you for one of your character traits and you get a t-shirt, you can wear it on our character assembly days each month as part of your uniform. So you can leave your regular uniform shirt at home and you can wear this special t-shirt. So keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your attention this morning. And thank you for working on taking our behavior, our good manners, our respect, and our discretion to a new level.